Jason Gilbo here with Rob Mazika, breaking down some stacking options for the Monday slate. It's been a while. You and I were just talking. You took a week off here before, and then obviously with the All-Star break, so it's fresh here. 2 weeks we've gone without each other.
Yeah, I've been writing, I've been doing the cheat sheets, I've been playing, but I've been busy, so I haven't been able to record. So let's do this again.
Yeah, we were looking at stacking options for tonight. We have cores in our hands, another high total. You got Padres coming in here. Are a Padres team that you're interested in just stacking at all? I mean, even just in this series in general.
Not really. They're just not a high-power offense. They're going to be cheap, though, and they're going to be low-owned and in cores. I mean, maybe not as a stack as a whole, but there will be some one-offs I'll be using when they're at during the series.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm going because, yeah, as you mentioned, they are cheap. I mean, they didn't get the cores bump on prices. The only guy that kind of always draws the mention is Will Myers. Just one, he has, solid numbers in his career in cores. But outside of that, yeah, it's not really an offense that I'm loving.
Well, I think they were cheap enough that they did get the cores bump, and that's still their prices. So
that could be true. I mean, Myers 4.2, I don't know. That's cheap on DraftKings.
That's true. But the Rockies we like.
Yeah, Rockies are in play. Perdomo's a guy who can blow up a ton. The only good thing is for him that he is going against the ground ball, but I don't know. This is a team I can just see easily 600-700 runs off of them and then get that bullpen.
Yeah, it's definitely a spot where they could hit their implied total and even exceed it.
Yeah, the problem for me is I just don't know if I like the stack in general. I don't like playing LeMahieu. I'm fine with Reynolds. Desmond's back, but I don't know. I think Blackman, Arenado are the ways to go. And, outside of that, I don't know how much I love the stack, actually.
Yeah, it's tough, especially with the prices and the splits. But Perdomo, he's one of those guys who, like we've just said, he could absolutely blow up. And I'm going to want the entire stack if he does.
Yeah, I think so. And Blackman's my favorite one-off. Cargo's an interesting 3,000, even though he's been awful this year.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Cargo, he's been ugly. But, I mean, at least he's been doing okay at cores.
Yeah, at least he's cheap enough where it's like even if he doesn't do anything, he's not killing you. It's not like he's 4,800 and you're getting a zero out of him.
Yeah, that's true. But let's get to a non-core stack here.
Non-cores, you were basically on the same page as I am. We'll head to Baltimore. Chris Tillman versus Andrew Cashner. I love the Texas prices here. No one's really expensive. This is a team I usually like to target in Texas, but obviously Baltimore, we saw it really play well this series. It's been hot. The lefties been crushing the ball. We saw that with the Cubs, Hayward, Rizzo, Schwarber. And then we got a couple of the Texas lefties here that are in play against Tillman, who's just been god-awful.
I like this order 1 through 9, to be completely honest. Tillman, god-awful. I mean, his last start against the Rays, I mean, he didn't get shelled, but he still got knocked around for 7 hits. So that's going to lead to some runs against the Rangers. And it's hot, wind blowing out. You got guys like Carlos Gomez, who's a reverse split, 125 WRC+. Beltre crushes righties as well. So even the righties on the Rangers are in a good spot.
Yeah, and when you look at Tillman over his last 7 starts, over a 10 ERA, he's allowed 11 home runs, 40% hard contact rate. He's just been one of the worst pitchers in baseball. And this just opens up really a lot of kind of room here because you look at this team, I still think they can work out well with the high-priced pitching if you want to go that route. And as you said, yeah, 1 through 9 is in play. I'm probably going to have 2 versions of this stack.
I think so, too. It's going to be really hard to just pick 4 or pick 5 on FanDuel and DraftKings to stack just because every single guy is in play, 1 through 9, even Mike Napoli.
Yeah. So what do you think about the other side of that one? They're one of the ones if you've been picking on Cashner, it's been kind of really just averaging out. He goes 6 innings, 4 earned runs. Like this Baltimore offense, I think is somewhat going to get going here in the second half, but I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't been one of those people that have been picking on Cashner this year, so I'm really I just think he's been slightly better than he has been in his career, yet he has been getting knocked around too.
So probably more one-off territory, if anything.
Yeah, that's what I was looking more towards. He just doesn't really give up home runs.
Yeah. Houston, speaking of a guy who gives up home runs, Ariel Miranda's on the road. This guy who struggles outside of Safeco, going up against a heavy right-handed team. Guys of Springer, Altuve, Carlos Correa, Marwin Gonzalez even. I mean, they're just loaded with lefty mashers.
Yeah, this Houston team is the best offense in the MLB. Them and the Dodgers at the top, but I think Houston takes the cake there. You got Springer, Correa, Altuve, both Woba, all with Wobas over 425 against left-handed pitching. Miranda's been awful on the road. 366 Woba against righties on the road, 341 against lefties. He's just not good on the road, and this ballpark won't really help him at all.
He's allowed 18 home runs to right-handed bats, over a 50% fly ball rate. As you said, the ballpark's a downgrade for Miranda. Over a 5 run total. And kind of with tonight's slate, I mean, McCullers is your most expensive option. Outside of that, there's not many expensive pitching. So usually I kind of gripe about the Houston pricing, but you'll be able to fit them in.
Yeah, even on FanDuel, they're more reasonable over there, but DraftKings, they really bump them up. But it's just the perfect storm for Miranda to absolutely blow up today.
You and I both looking at New York teams, but you're looking at the Mets at home against Wainwright. They had a pretty good series against Colorado. Some of these guys are starting to heat up a little bit. Conforto's back, which is a big bump as well.
27 runs in the last 3 games against Colorado. Actually, they only had 3, I think, yesterday. But Wainwright, they just faced him right before the break. He pitched pretty well, only gave up the 1 run, but he's on the road this time, and Wainwright on the road has always been a thing. He gives up a low around 400 on the road, and then the Mets bats, they have good BVP as well. You got Jay Bruce, 9 career home runs off him. Like you said, Conforto's back, so he's a big righty bat with a 156 WRC plus. Cespedes should be back today. He was out yesterday with a hip, but he should be back. So you have this Mets lineup in full force.
Yeah, and you look wind blowing out. Citi Field pretty neutral for lefty power. I mean, look at their run total as of now; it's upper 4. So I mean, it's not like it's kind of one of those ones where Vegas is guessing on them to just kind of be around 4 or 4.5. They're projecting some offense here. Yeah,
they are. And on DraftKings specifically, if you don't want to stack the Mets, I do like Lucas Duda a ton at his cheap price of $3,500.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Other than our team, I was looking at, obviously, the Yankees. They played 4 games since the break. They had a long 16-inning game, doubleheader Sunday. I think people are kind of actually going to be off of them a little bit just because their lineup isn't really looking that great right now. Obviously, Sanchez, Judge, Holiday, Castro are the 4 that I'm looking at. All notable numbers against lefties. And he is a guy who has been kind of flirting with danger of late. He's got an expected WOBA of 343, 327 WOBA on the season. Fly ball pitcher as well. So, I mean, in this ballpark, I think they're going to get actually a little bit overlooked because I think the offenses that we just talked about are going to be far more ownered as far as ownership goes on the slate.
Yeah, I like the Yankees a ton. The Twins are actually one of the teams I will stack against no matter who's against them just because their bullpen's really bad. And say Mejia only goes 4 innings, 5 innings tonight. You get 4 or 5 innings of that bullpen, it's a ton of runs coming your way.
Yeah, and it's not like these guys are just only lefty guys. I mean, Judge, Sanchez, they both can hit righties, Starlin Castro as well. So, I mean, you're getting some guys in there that can handle both-handedness. And, if Clint Frazier can crack the lineup, he's a cheap guy that I'll toss in as kind of that 5th man.
Yeah, he's really good. Castro just came back from his injury. He should be fine going up against lefty. And then, yeah, like you just said, those righties in the pen, the entire Yankees team could hit righties.
Yeah, so looking at there, Minnesota plays nice in this weather. Outside of that, I think that was pretty much it. I mean, it feels like it's a smaller slate just because the games are narrowed down, but there's actually 12 games on this slate.
Yeah, there's just one team I'm going to look more into, the Cleveland Indians against Matt Moore, because Moore's just been getting knocked around, giving up a ton of hits, and the Indians, they could kill you with hits. I'm not sure about the upside of a stack on this one just because you won't have multiple guys hitting a home run, I don't think, but it's definitely something I'm going to look more into.
Yeah, I mean, some of those guys are like Yan Gomes, Brandon Guyer. They're under 3K, and all those prices on DraftKings, they got dropped down. So, like, Lindor, Brantley, if they can just double an extra base hit to death, like, they may not actually be that bad. They might not need those home runs.
Yeah, I mean, you're just going to have to really pretty much pick the right ones if they're going to do that. And it really narrows what you need.
Yeah, so I'm with you there. Outside of that, Jordan Zimmerman's on the slate, but Royals – not a team I like to stack, so I'll fade this time.
Yeah, same here.
So that's going to wrap it up. You can head over to DaveFantasyCafe.com, check out the great tools and content.
Yep, good luck.